talking point of the night that's been voted in for by the viewers, actually, is can Liverpool make the top four? And of course, this weekend, tomorrow night, 5:30, they play Newcastle United in a very, very difficult game away at St. James's Park. G, how are you feeling about that, bro? Because you've got a little lifeline, you've got a game in hand over them. A win would put you right back in the hunt of Champions League football. How do you think it's going to go?
We got a chance, but it depends on what Liverpool come out to play. We've seen Liverpool this season. We beat Man City, then we beat West Ham, lost to Forest, lost to Leeds. We went on a 4-game winning run, came to 2023, we lost to Brentford, we lost to Brighton, we lost to Wolves. So I don't really know, I'll be honest with you, because we haven't got any consistency this season. So it's difficult to really say, yeah, we can do it. We've got mathematically the chance to do it, but if I had to hang my hat on it, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I'll be so honest with you. I think Newcastle, even though they've been going through a little bit of a, sticky patch, so to speak, in terms of getting the wins out, I think they've drawn like their last 2 or 3 games, but they will prove a tricky opposition. So I don't want to go there and think we should be that confident. I mean, we won Merseyside Derby. The team got a bounce. Players are coming back from injury. But Everton are crap. So it's difficult to really use that as a measure to really say we're coming into this game really with a bounce. I think Liverpool this season can't go on past games anymore. I think we've just got to go literally game by game by game by game, see how it kind of works out. If we can go on like a run in like a 10-game period, I'll be a lot more confident. But at this present moment in time, I couldn't tell you I'm super confident. I think it will just end up being a draw, and then we'll move to Madrid. I think we'll beat Madrid after that, and then so on and so forth.
Whoa.
Yeah. No. Listen, whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Not sure about Newcastle.
I don't think, as I just said, if you watch Liverpool's patterns this season, if you've seen Liverpool this season as well, I'm not sitting there. Those who know me, I'm not sitting there saying, yeah, Liverpool are better than Madrid. No way. Do you know what I mean? I know the context of that, but then I've seen Liverpool this season. Up against Manchester City, we've won. Up against Newcastle, we won. Narrowly lost to Arsenal at the Emirates. Beat Napoli in our last Champions League game. When it comes to the big games this season, I don't know what it is. Big games, when we need to rise up, Liverpool just rise up. Against Forest, against Leeds, against Brighton, against Wolves, against Brentford, Crystal Palace, Fulham, all of these other teams, we don't seem to rise up. Anfield, under the lights, I don't know why. I just have a sneaky suspicion it would be so Liverpool to lose or draw to Newcastle and beat Madrid. Not that I'm saying we are better than a Madrid. I'm just saying that is just something that I can see Liverpool doing because of our inconsistency.
You know what? Because basically, there are 2 sides to this. It's actually not that crazy what you're saying. Because basically what I said to people was that, I think Liverpool can beat Real Madrid. Because no. And I was like, because it's the Champions League and Liverpool are like that kind of a UCL team, they can advance. But the issue is this. Have you seen the La Liga table? If you look at the La Liga table right now, Barcelona look good. So once Real Madrid are in UCL mode, basically, like I told you, the only 2 teams that speak fluent UCL, that's Real Madrid and Chelsea. Those are the only 2 teams that speak fluent UCL. So if Real Madrid are like, oh, you have to enter into UCL mode, they're a different gravy. So the issue is, I am with you that Liverpool can beat Real Madrid because of how Liverpool are in the UCL. But the problem is what's happening in La Liga. I do feel like if Barca have a stranglehold, so that means that Real Madrid are more laser focused. If Real were doing well in La Liga, then I'd say, all right, Liverpool can really be. But because Real you know what, we have to now go all into this whole UCL. I just feel like, and as bad as Real Madrid are playing, and Madrid are playing badly, they are totally out of form. You still got that Ben's kid there, you still got the Vinny kid there, you still got the Rodri. So, look.
Let's switch it this way. I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying we're advancing. I'm talking about the next game. We're not talking about advancing past, at the Bernabeu. No. I think eventually we'll get knocked out in terms of at their ground. As you said, Real Madrid and the Champions League, they're just so synonymous with it. So I can't look past Real Madrid getting through. At Anfield, though, 2-legged, I just feel the way that Liverpool have been this season, it would be so Liverpool to go and win. And it wouldn't even surprise me. Like I said, we can go. We've lost to Brentford 3-1. Yeah, the first leg's at Anfield. Yeah, first leg's at Anfield.
I get that. I want to ask a question to the panel though. Liverpool, I felt, were really good Monday night against Everton, and I always say this when teams have these kind of big performances in derbies. It's always I always feel a bit offended if United are crap, and then go into a big game and put on a brilliant performance. I think to myself, where's that energy against Fulham, against Nottingham Forest? I find it a little disrespectful. But is this Liverpool turning a corner, or did they just win a game at Anfield that they always win? Like, what do rivals think of it? Are we going to see the same inconsistent Liverpool continue, or could this game galvanize them and push them onto a different level?
I mean, I think that Liverpool are screwed, and I think that you have to understand that Jurgen Klopp is a first phase manager, so he doesn't know how to rebuild a team. If you look at what he did at Mainz, what he did at Dortmund, bro, he almost relegated Dortmund. Like nobody wants to say. I told you, I speak about. I'm here to have the uncomfortable conversations. He almost relegated Dortmund. He almost did. So the thing with Klopp is he doesn't have a plan B, and he doesn't know how to rebuild a team like Fergie. And I think that he's way too low. What the hell is Firmino still there? Henderson, he doesn't have his legs anymore. Fabinho, first of all, he's lying that he's Brazilian. He ain't Brazilian, and that's a fake passport. And the guy is like 80 something, so he's not even telling you his real age. So the issue is that he is holding on to players who should have been shipped to Siberia like years ago. So the issue is, if he's going to be given money, is he actually going to spend, or it's going to be like, nah, man, these guys are good. Also, let's be real. Sorry, Darwin, that's a bust. I don't care about how chaotic he is and how much he runs and so forth. That guy, basically, Tim's is Lukaku. Dr. Martins is Charles Darwin. That's what he is. So I just think that if you're being real and Liverpool want to move forward, man, I don't think Klopp is the guy. But, who knows? Let's see whether he can rebuild. I just think if it's down to me, I just think that for Liverpool, what he did in that first phase, amazing, superb, incredible. You want to rebuild a team, be new, go into a whole new era? I don't think Klopp is the guy.
I get that. Roy, do you think it's wrong to write this Liverpool team off? The majority of this squad, sort of basically you're minus in Mane, almost won a quad last year. Is it wrong to write them off? I know they're 9 points away from the top four, but they've got a game in hand over Newcastle, and they go there tomorrow night. If they were able to beat Newcastle, who can't buy a win at the moment themselves, surely if they were 6 points behind with a game in hand, you couldn't write off this Liverpool side under Jurgen Klopp.
I think writing them off would probably be a bit far, but you'd have to give them like a puncher's chance. But this isn't the Liverpool team we saw from 2018 to 2020, which were just relentless winners who were so physically dominant, scored bucket loads of goals. This is a team where they can be got at. And we saw Wolves, who struggle to score even more than we do. We saw Wolves beat them 3-0. So this isn't the Liverpool team of 2018 to 2020. This is a Liverpool team where if your midfielder on job and they can keep the ball and they can press well, you can really cause them a lot of problems. Defensively, they have looked shaky. Obviously, Van Dijk's not been available. Konate's not been available. That's probably their first choice pair. And obviously, Gomez and Matip haven't really cut it. The forwards haven't really been good enough either. But the reason why I give Liverpool a very, very slim puncher's chance is because even though they've got a very good squad with a hole in midfield, yes, we know, I just haven't, from what I've seen of Klopp watching him over the years, I just haven't seen good enough problem solving for me to think, okay, you know what? It's not quite working at the moment, but he'll come up with a solution which can get short-term results until he gets what he wants. Because I think he's very much a manager where it's minimal tactical changes. He plays the same sort of system every week, and that was very, very successful. But if you look at his times in Mainz and Dortmund, after 7 years, like the wheels did start to fall off of these projects. And he joined Liverpool in 2015 or 16, I can't remember. And that's about 7 years ago now. And we're seeing the team sort of fall off a bit, as in a lot of players are past their prime. A lot of players aren't performing as well as they should have. The tactics aren't really there. So historically, I can't say I have a lot of faith in Klopp to steer the ship, but I do believe he is an excellent manager. So I don't think I can write him off, especially when Virgil's back, Jota's back, Diaz is back. I think that left wing department has really, really harmed them because both Nunes and Gakpo, I don't really see them as proper left wingers. Like they need a live wire like Diaz there who complements Salah a lot more. So they're getting a lot of key pieces back. And because I rate Klopp so highly, I'll give him a puncher's chance. But if you look at the history, it's
Wait, hold on. You rate Klopp highly?
Yeah, Klopp's an excellent manager.
As of now, in 2023, he's an excellent manager. 2023.
Yes,
He
he
was
is.
literally 2 goals away from winning a quadruple last season.
But he didn't.
A manager doesn't go from elite to shite in the space of like less than a few
5
months.
Come on, have hope, man.
This is have hope. You sit here and talk about like how your club speaks fluent Champions League. This is the manager who's won the Champions League and been to 3 other finals. He's won league titles in England and Germany and won back-to-back titles in Germany with Borussia Dortmund. To not rate him as a top-class manager is crazy. Even though I think maybe he's come to the end of the road with Liverpool now, if he walked into Real Madrid in the summer, Real Madrid would be one of the best teams in the world next year, and they would be absolutely scintillating. I think Jurgen Klopp needs to change. Personally, that's just what I think and feel. Maybe that will happen if new owners come in and they spend big money. He can refresh his squad. I just think it's gone a little bit stale at Liverpool, but he's still a world-class, top-class manager.